All right. Well, here we are again. I have not advertised this live stream, so we will see who jumps on the bandwagon eventually.
What do you mean? What do you mean you haven't advertised it?
I didn't post this streaming link to anyone.
Oh, did you post the previous one?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, if they're following, they'll watch.
Do people watch? I haven't been
Sometimes.
checking.
There was a couple. Yeah.
If we go on more consistently,
Probably
they absolutely do.
probably could take this to TikTok in some
Absolutely.
way. I don't know how. I would not know how. I was trying to mess
We've
around
done
with
it.
TikTok yesterday, and
Yeah.
like I posted just a really short video, no real effort involved, and it was getting like up to 27 views over the course of a few hours, and I didn't like try to.
You did
I
a
didn't even have
live?
profile. Yep, I didn't have like a profile picture or anything, so it's just me doing some improv guitar singing, and like I could see that there's just so many people on there that if you put some effort in, you'll get views.
The problem is with the streaming license that TikTok has, you cannot use another streaming program like Zoom or something. They want you to use
TikTok.
Yes, and you cannot go live with another co-host unless they also have 1,000 followers. So when we hit
I don't have 1,000 followers.
Oh wow!
When they hit,
I only have like 200.
Okay. You have 200. That's even that. Wow.
I've done nothing though.
Okay.
When we hit 1,000, we were like, "Yeah, we got 1,000!" And then we were like, "Well, fuck, we can't do anything with it." So I have tried to play with this streaming program that I have. There is a way to do it, except that TikTok doesn't give everyone their streaming licenses. So you have to request it through the company, and I have not yet heard back from them. And that's been, I don't know, January maybe. Or February.
They're like, fuck these bitches. Yeah. So anyway, let's continue. Where were we at?
Well, we were saying when we deal with these difficult people, what does that mean? We don't want to bitch about it. We don't. There are at some points where you can't just ignore it.
Right.
So what do you do? I mean,
well, I try to follow the models that I see set by the people who have long periods of time and are actually embodying that elder statesman. Because the book gives us example. You got the elder statesman and the bleeding deacon. This applies to men and women. I learned this recently. Never thought a bleeding deacon would be a woman until I started to see some on ITR, in my humble opinion. As humble as that could be, right? The thing is, like, these elder statesmen just really, they watch and they participate, but they're like, the way I see it is they're just kind of like, a lot of people come to AA and they're not ready at all to admit anything. They're there because they've been forced there, or because they're just like, whatever, I guess so, or whatever it is. They show up and nothing is going to be, because as I was talking with one of my sponsor-like people yesterday, I was out walking with him, and we were talking about this basic issue, and he was like, yeah, it's the last house on the block. And that's the truth. Nobody who's really staying in AA, who finds a home in AA, got there because they were like, you know what, alcohol's not really whatever. Let's just, let's try not drinking. Hey, you guys don't drink? Right. Oh, well, I've decided to stop drinking. It's like, no, that's not what the literature talks about. Not what Bill Wilson experienced and why he started, AA in the way that he did, co-founding it with the people who he did. See, my mind is not that keen on that stuff, but like I do know the basic foundation of where we're coming from, and it's a spirit of suffering. So if you are just like, well, I guess whatever, well, I guess you haven't had enough juice. I don't know what to say. And to me, it's like the people who come in and listen are listening because they know there's no other option. AA is where you can meet people who have been to that bottom, who are drinking in a devastating way and experiencing that hell personally, and they're like, how do I get this to stop? Because I can't stop. If you're just there and it's like, oh, whatever, because it's, the thing about ITR, it's accessible. No, but you don't have to be in person. You don't have to be in person with these guys who are clearly like serious people, and you know, you're looking at them face to face, and just like, you're going to look at this guy who's got, you know, 30 plus years and be like, I don't really like it. It's like, you know what they'll tell you? They're like, shut the fuck up and get out of here. They will. And you know what? You won't come back. Because you know what?
Exactly.
You're not ready to surrender yet. So this might sound harsh, but it's just the truth. And you know what? The reality is, we don't decide who lives and dies.
That's right.
And so people are, oh, you can't say that to people. It's like, I don't say that to people. But I do have understanding of when old timers who are like the real deal say that to people, it's because they've listened for to that person, and that person keeps coming back, and they're still like, it's like, if you're not going to respect us, then why are you here? What do you expect to achieve? It's a spiritual program. Spiritual basically equates to what? It's not about me.
I said something in a meeting the other day, which I have said many, many times. I have said, you can't start working in your program until you stop drinking, and you have to make that decision. And that sounds very easy. But you won't recover until you stop drinking, and that choice has to come from you. And someone messaged me and they were like, did you say that you can't start a program until you stop drinking? And I was like, you mischaracterized what I said, because all you heard was just stop drinking. That is not what I said. It is not just stop drinking. But at some point, you have to say, I can't do this anymore. And something has to change. And what changes is putting down the drink. And people don't want to hear that, because they want to hear, oh, I could go smoke marijuana when I have to taper off. No, fuck that. I am sick and tired of people saying, oh, well, just eat a little bit more when you have a craving. No, don't give in to the craving. At some point, you can't give in to the craving, or you will not get better.
Yeah,
True.
but Leslie, like, the reality of what you're saying,
I know.
It's like that's beyond your control.
I know.
And if people are that way, like, they're just gonna work unsuccessful programs or not work. The thing, there's, like I said, there's no controls. It's
But
one,
that's
it's one
what
of the
I'm
most
saying.
open spiritual
why they're the higher
foundations that I've ever encountered. Is like, if you go into a church and you're like, well, you know what, I'm just here because I want to argue with you. They're gonna call the police on you eventually.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them, they'll try to handle you, but if you just keep being like, I don't care, I'm just here to, you know,
Every
Jesus.
week,
you know, they're gonna call the police, and the police are gonna remove you. So it's like,
True.
but if they're there and they're trying to understand, that's tolerance.
There's a difference.
Is hard.
Yeah, there is a difference between questioning and heckling.
Yes.
Yeah, the heckling I have a problem with.
But I'm tired of people saying, well, you know, it's 2022 and there are new medications and there are new things out there and there are new therapies. No! We have to do it the way they did it 70 years ago, or we won't get better.
Because it works, right.
70, 90. I was thinking 2000. I was thinking that this year is 2000.
It's delusion, though. What we're talking about comes down to delusion. Because that's one of the delusion. The book talks about delusion. That is one of the defining traits of an alcoholic, is delusional thinking. And someone who said, like, because when you were talking there, I was just thinking to myself, yeah, it's like, what are you going to do? Be like, well, you know what? Like, I just drink seltzers now, and I'm working my 4-step.
Right. Because
that's the kind of
what
shit that people do say. To me, it's like, what I've learned is I ignore those people. I just don't engage with them. It's just, that's how I've learned. If I try to, what I'm going to end up is driving myself crazy, because
or
they're
people
delusional.
that are like, everything's great. My day is great. Okay, great. I'm glad to hear your day is great. But how did you get to great? You're an alcoholic.
Exactly.
How did you get to great? That's what we need to hear.
That's delusion too. Some people are too positive.
I am
They're not
so
real.
happy. You know what? And it wasn't always like this. And let me tell you why. That's what I want to hear in 3 minutes. I don't want to hear, well, I went to the gym and I'm feeling good today. And you know what? It's a good day.
But go out when you pissed on yourself. Let's talk about that for a minute. And then where are you now? Dry pants.
But
Cool,
that's
thanks.
experience, strength, and hope. We have to
It really
share.
is a 3 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, that, like, just, I understand exactly what you're saying, because I've definitely been where it's like, why are you here just always being like, yeah, everything's great? It's like, why don't you talk about what we're doing here? Like, move on to a church or something if you really feel like you don't have any more issue with this. Like, if you don't perpetually, like, from time to time in your sobriety, this is what I've learned. This is my my basic experience. A real alcoholic is going to stay in AA because despite everything that one does over the course of time, let's say, you know, you're going to start to have, if you stop working a program in AA, you're going to start having, like, you go to a party with friends and family, and say you just stop associating with your fellow alcoholics, you're going to eventually be like, as you begin to associate more and more with your family who are, let's say, not alcoholics, you're going to eventually just be like, that was a long time ago. That's what our disease does. We this forgetfulness, right?
Well, and that's what I was saying earlier about going into an AA meeting. I have to force myself sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I have to remember, if you don't do this, you'll go right back out.
And that's, I think,
your pants.
And that's why it's important to establish real relationships with people you like.
Yes.
Because that's what will keep you coming back.
Yeah.
Because you can expand those relationships into your life that is not just happening within.
And when we talk about triggers, and you say, well, what am I supposed to do with someone who's triggering me in a meeting? Get up, go to the bathroom, get a drink of water. If you're on the computer, mute them. Go to a different meeting. You do not have to put up with the people that you don't like. I mean, there's a way around it. And if you do, then you're just being the bleeding deacon or the martyr.
You could just ask them if they want to meet Mr. Fist. Just be like, good.
Fuck you. I'm
like, I got
outside
Blackbeard and the Jolly Roger waiting for you.
We're going out behind the church.
I'll show you a higher power.
I'll meet you behind the church on the kids' playground on top of the slide. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Kick him. This and you. I think it'd be hilarious if someone's like, I'm gonna get you when you start kicking.
Kick them. Kick. Go and just, get out of here.
Yeah. Everyone just starts rolling them down the hill.
Stop!
and feather.
So
we're like, we'll save it just for you as a whole like chant.
So we were at the lake. We were at the lake.
You can't take that. I mean, the pride's gonna happen. I do think that sometimes that kind of hate. It's not even a haze. It's just enough's enough because someone has to stop it. If it's abusive and toxic to the group, I think it's okay to address.
Listen, when we were
about just trying to solve it peacefully and as best you can, and knowing that the solution is generally not to attack someone.
No, it's true, and I'm not the best at not doing that. But every time I do, people like,
no, you're
so
not.
Much.
You're not. You're not.
Listen, the moment
whatever
has
you
passed.
say, whatever you just said, no.
The moment has passed, but I still need to tell the story. When we were at the lake a couple weeks ago.
When you were in Michigan?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was just it was the end of the day was just kind of a nightmare.
Are you telling on me? Is this do not fine, go
ahead.
No,
it's fine. And Matthew was so tired, and we were like, you're going to carry this bag, and you're going to carry this.
You guys were like, you're going to practice all our principles.
She was like, do not come up to me. Walk away with those things in your hand. Do not ask me to carry. She was like, I need your help. Keep walking.
He had one deflated like raft, and I had a box on my shoulder, shit on my shoulder,
a dog,
and the fucking dog. Oh, I know what you're gonna.
So
this is the best thing in life.
She and I are walking about 100 feet away from each other on the side of this park, and Taco is just being a little cunt, and she just I see you. I see Rachel do one of those like air kicks.
It was for real. It was for real.
Trying to kick the dog, but dog, but like kick
I was
the
gonna
dog.
shove her just a little bit, like a light shove. But the fucker moved, and then I was like, and then
It was like a Charlie Brown kick. And I couldn't stop laughing. I was across the park laughing. I almost peed my pants. Oh my god.
I had all the things. All the things. I don't understand how I got like the heaviest bag. Mind you, Leslie likes to pack a bag like we're going to fucking World War II. Like, I don't know what the fuck. It's like a sheer half-ply plastic bag. Let's put 3 5-gallon jugs in there. Like, that's a great plan.
Ouch.
And I'm carrying this shit. And then I literally have this box on my shoulder. And my dog always pulls for 10, 12 pounds. This little bitch can go. Like, she's like a sled dog. She'll pull Matthew on the scooter. And I'm just like, oh, man.
My
and
stomach.
I missed the kick.
I mean, really, Rachel, like, selfless service is a part of our program.
Well, look, I had gone up to the car with my dog, and I had to get.
Listen,
I win.
very well.
I had to get something for each of us.
Jack and Jill situation, I definitely tumbled after. Like,
It sounds like I'm just seeing you guys like struggling.
It was up a hill too, by the way. It was up a hill. I'm going up a hill.
Like a total struggle, and you guys are just worn the fuck
It was.
out.
We did.
The dog and the child are just like.
At the beginning of the day, well, she got to see my life all the time. At the beginning of the day, we're like, all the way there at the end.
Did you see our TikTok?
In the fucking car. That's how I am at the end of the day. I'm like, get in the car and shut up.
So, in the middle of that day, I had to go back up to the car, and it was like, we're not going to do what we did last time. We're going to say we need this, and we'll make one trip. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go get sunscreen, and I forget.
With kids. Playing with kids.
One more thing.
They fuck everything up.
I was going to go get one more thing. I didn't bring something to carry them in. I just have my bathing suit, and I see Diet Coke, and I was like, oh, I left my Diet Coke in here. So I'm carrying all of this in one hand. I shove it down my shirt, and as I do that, Carrie's like leash gets tangled, and I step wrong. I drop my can. And it's a dip. It's like a ditch. And I'm like, oh, and I pick up my can.
Oh my gosh.
And it was dirt. I went, and I was like, that's how I used to live when I was drunk. I thought people
in the desert or something.
People think I'm drunk. I thought
at the end of the day, it's just like that. Like everybody, just dishevelment.
I thought if anyone's looking at me, they're gonna think I'm drunk right now. And if
they look like you're having fun at the beach. That's how we roll out.
No, I was like,
isn't this like basically how beach visits go when you have children though? Like, I mean, it's
Thank you. There's no planning. These fuckers.
Based on what my dad has told me, like, yeah, like
I love kids, but if it's not in a school setting. That's why I like to chill. That's why I'm all about to come in and wear some sweatpants. It's okay. Because you know what? I've had enough.
Yeah.
I love my son more than life. And my dog. Oh, I know. You see me? You look at me. Yeah, you did that. We're talking about you.
I was trying to get I don't know if I told you guys this. I was thinking about getting they have a service dog specifically for type 1 diabetics.
Yep.
Yeah.
And, oh man, it would be so cool to have a dog, especially like the dog is able to tell you, like they call it brindling when they do this. Have you guys heard of this? Like they go like they actually like
back and forth.
So that you know it's not, because if they trained them to be like just staring at you or barking, you would just be like, what is it?
Yeah.
So it's like a specific behavior that they do to let you know like your blood sugar, because they train them to detect so I guess the liver produces a certain chemical when the blood sugar starts to drop fast, and it produces a scent. Mm-hmm. And dogs can actually pick up that scent, so they train them on that. So they'll actually go and get your supplies for you, and like sugar and like your whatever you're testing. But it turns out, I guess, after I like watch all the video and everything, they're like, also one of the requirements is you have to live within 3 hours of our training facility in Concord, California.
Oh, that's where my family is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that northern, southern?
Northern Bay Area.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
it'd be really
San
cool,
Francisco
but it's like...
Bay Area.
Okay, gotcha.
Pretty good area.
Yeah.
There's not another training center?
I kind of got deflated after I was like, what the fuck? Why would you?
think
I was
Chicago.
like, why wouldn't you put that at like we're in California? This is not just like a national.
That's
they advertise
their
it.
sales pitch.
Yeah.
I mean, it is possible.
We only have one place in the whole
I'm sure
US.
if I reached out and it was like, look, I really want the dog. Like, give me the dog.
If you had a puppy, and depending on the breed, and the puppy was with you often enough and saw your behavior, and you are capable of self-teaching. However, there are the types of there are certain dogs aren't really good for that, but like
really small toy animal dogs.
Well, they can be, because it's...
You can get a purse dog?
I experienced that within the past year, and I'll tell you, those are not dogs. That's not what it is. I don't know what that is, that little rat thing.
Chihuahua?
No, it was like it's got a name. It's a poodle mixed with something else.
Pomeranian? Shapoodle?
Labradoodle?
It's like a poodle it's like a poodle mixed with a chihuahua or something.
No. It's a...
Shapoodle?
It's a...
You're a really, really cute dog. 5 pounds, maybe, But,
oh, thank you.
It was untrained. She got it. Young lady. I had it, and she got it from a like a, what's it called? A rescue place, and she had not trained it, so it was just always barking. Always. And it was just like...
A lot of those designer dogs are puppy milled.
Are they?
And they're
sad,
stupid.
though. Yeah,
that's what happened.
It's really sad.
That situation happened to me about 18 years ago.
So much for the taco
But
was too small for
she
me,
was
but that was
given
my
to
ex-husband's
us.
choice.
She was given to us.
And then I trained the taco because I was like, we're not going to be that kind of dog. It's not happening, girl. I know she whines a little, but she's not. I'm like,
no, she's not naughty.
I mean, look, if you're not going to invest, just get a cat, dude. For real.
That's what I'm saying. Well, he would get animals and be like, "Oh,
I'd love to have a
let's
cat.
give it
I think
back."
that'd be hilarious.
I
I want a Maine Coon. You guys familiar with the Maine Coon?
I can see you with a cat.
Maine Coon,
dude.
Yeah.
I lived when I had a girlfriend, like my official girlfriend who I was living with 10 years ago. She had a Maine Coon, and he was so funny because they, they act like, because they're very large, they act like a small big cat. Like a small, like...
Oh, really?
Yes.
Like a lion?
Like puff out their chest, and he even would make like small, like little, like sounds, like
rawr.
yeah. Oh, it's great. He was just so funny. Oh,
That's
so I could see that. Yep.
Oh, maybe they could train a kitty.
And if I got one, I could like bring it on camera during meetings and always be like, "This is my cat," and then be like, "My cat worked for step 2."
Yeah, that's what cat people are for
Didn't
sure.
you?
Yeah,
Look
for
at
sure.
Didn't you work the 4th step?
This is my sponsee.
Did you love the 4th step? No, we didn't like the 4th step.
Got fucked up on some catnip and
Yeah.
so you just could not stop, man. That shit is hilarious.
My cat relapsed on catnip.
Yeah, my cat's here for catnip. He's in his own 12-step program. We're doing it together.
Dude, that is the funniest
Me
stuff
and
when you put
Norman.
that stuff out. They roll in it and everything. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes. It's like marijuana for cats.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's when I should have known I was an addict, because I'd give my cat way too much just because I like to see it high. I'm like, I would ever. Like,
My mom used to.
It's ridiculous.
My mom used to plant it in her garden. My mom used to plant it in her garden for our cat, and he would roll in it.
I was too scared to try it. I was like, this is gonna fuck me up like bath salt.
What happens if a person tries catnip?
I don't know. I didn't even heard of people trying it. I don't think it does anything to us.
Don't do that. Don't do it, people out there. Don't just ignore this half. So something weird about the whole cat thing, because I mean, I'll say Taco will come up there and stuff.
It says not only will it not get you high, it will make you feel horrible.
Yeah, listen, there's somebody sharing in our fellowship that keeps like a fucking puppet. They keep talking with, and it's scaring me.
Oh, wait, what?
They're like, I'm like, stop it.
2022, dude, for real. It's just like, those are the people who it's like,
I think
feel
it's
as
because
if
they're
they just. I mean, they're just. Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah. I look at it like those people. You just got to be like, well, okay. But like they keep doing it, and then
I'm
it's
not
like.
in the box, Brian, because I'm like.
I think it happened when we were together the
Why don't
first
you just
time.
be like, more like, and then just stare, and then be like, yeah.
Ouch.
That's the quality of your person.
Dude, I'm careful now in the box because having someone get kicked out for.
When you say when you're in the box, do you just mean anytime you're sharing, or when you're sharing?
Yeah, when I'm like hanging out, ready to share, and I'm just
like waiting. Yeah.
Now, if you were like Jim Henson, I'd be like, all right, that's fun. No, this isn't even like, hey, kids! Like, I don't like it.
That's the kind of stuff where people get. That's the online element where people, I think, just get too relaxed. It'd be like if I was like this every time I shared, and I was like.
I'm trying to get to that dick level, but just enough.
I'm trying to maintain some anonymity here, so I'm just gonna show my mouth. But,
right.
Hey guys, I'm just here.
Hi, kids. This is on my sweaty foot all day long. Don't smoke a joint. It's bad. See? No.
Am I in the right class? You guys see me?
Hey!
What's your name? What's your phone number? Can I have your phone number?
Both of you, you are on camera and everyone can see you.
Good. I know. Oh yeah, right. That's how it totally is.
It's funny when I'm chairing a meeting and people come in and they're like, "Oh, so what do I do?" And like, I'll get like 10 messages. They're like, "Your face," when I'm just like.
Because it's hard not to. It's hard. I'm the same
because
way.
they were like, I'm like, I've explicitly said, do not ask me about attendance confirmations. So I just sit up there and go.
It's like, they don't come in until like 15 minutes in. They're late bloomers, and I'm like, stop. I've actually now in the beginning of I'm doing my own script. I'm over this because they're too fucking long. But it's just like, if you have a question, I will IM you. Like, no, I'm not going over it again.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Stop with this like insanity. And I've seen people pick their nose. I'm like, we can see you. Stop it. I've seen people without, like, the worst for me, because it's hard for me to keep it together, when I'm like, please put a shirt on. I don't want to have to tell you to clothe yourself. Stop it.
I can't stand people
see your titty, I can see your ass. Enough. Like,
I can't stand people on a recovery website posting selfies shirtless or with their...
Or when they're, like, changing. I'm like, how
yes.
do you not know that that's inappropriate? Okay, this one person we all know... that we've been talking about. I don't want to say their name. Brian and you and I talk about it a lot.
Just
Azoid, that one.
Oh.
So was caught, like, I think you were in that meeting, Leslie, with either boobs open or butt, and they said they were unaware and they shared about it for a week. I'm like, no, you knew. I'm glad I missed that meeting. I'm like, how did you not know that your bare nethers were exposed for cancer? How do you not know that?
I just like when people are like, now, not people with sicknesses. I get that. Some people actually, they are really sick. But I mean, just people who are like, hey,
it took me a long time.
Jason, alcoholic, like.
It took me a long time to get over people sharing from the bed.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I've been thinking about stuff. It's like, I don't know. Like, do I want to, like...
Or like this.
Like, you guys, think that I should work a fourth step, or, like, should I...
I just woke up. I thought I'd tune in.
If an in-person meeting, I would definitely do this.
I just wanted to say good morning. I haven't had my coffee yet. I mean, would I drive by a face-to-face meeting on my way to Starbucks and just jump in there and be like, hey.
I'm ready for the person.
Hey, guys.
So, like, way up there.
I'm like, hey, guys, I'm not really in the meeting. I'm just running to Starbucks, but I wanted to just check in and say I'm up. And, I'm running to Starbucks, got to get my morning coffee, but I wanted to tell you guys, I'm claiming my seat. That's what I feel like when people are like, I'm not going to stick around for the meeting. I got to leave, or I didn't hear.
But that's online. I've just come to. The more I attend ITR meetings, the more I come to. I was talking about this with my friends. It's an accessory. If you try to use ITR as your home group, like base, I personally, unless you are truly like somebody who does not like is like, I don't know, maybe you're just like. I don't know, you just don't know how to socialize anymore. Maybe, I don't know. I've been there. I understand what that's like. But for me, it's like you need to learn to get out and socialize normally and be with people in person. It is an essential part of life. And if you're going to, I was like doing the whole ITR thing all the time last year. And I've just learned for me personally, it's like, it's a great tack on to like be able to.
Well, you have a healthy background of in-person meeting too. Like that's how you started, so you get it. That is true. Yeah. Because I do as well, but not as much as you. But that's when I realized, like very recently, I was like, I have to go in person. I have to.
I like it.
At least one a month. Like, I mean, if you can't find an AA meeting, there are other like things. To me, it's just. See, I have a very open view of recovery, like as far as what I can do. Like there's NAMI for me because I deal with a mental health diagnosis. So there's a dual diagnosis support group that just started. First and third Tuesdays I go in person. I'm trying to get involved with doing like peer counseling for that, because I've got so much experience in the mental health world. So for me, it's like, it's really just, it's your own journey. What do you need? But like, if you're just doing ITR, I don't know. To me, it's just, there's too much of that kind of stuff. So you get the wrong idea about what ideas.
People can't check you as often.
Hey, I'm just good. I'm dancing today.
And that's what I mean.
That's why I think people have to get checked a little bit. And real quick, this is what I can't stand either. Hi, I'm Rachel, I'm alcoholic. I'm just gonna be real quick, and it's 5 minutes. I'm like, that wasn't real quick. Stop it.
The reason when I say I don't want to go to an AA meeting, I want to go to the pool instead, is because when I go to an AA meeting, I really do try and give it the full hour. And a lot of our meetings run over 15 minutes, but at an hour, I'm like, I'm done here, But I really don't like popping in and out. Of course I've done it. Of course I have.
Yeah.
But if I just have it on, like I have the Jodi Arias trial in the background while I'm cleaning, I've heard the Jodi Arias trial 3 times over. That's fine, but at some point I have to sit down and really digest what is happening and apply it to my life as it is now.
I was all on board for only going digital with recovery, but now I'm like, I'm getting past the fear as I'm going to have to take my son, and that was what I was holding back on. But I've talked to many people that had to take their kids with them, so I'm just going to have to bite the bullet. I'm trying to find a women's meeting, which isn't easy in my area because there really is nothing in my city.
You have Meeting Finder on your
I do, but they're all further away, and I have to think of gas and stuff. I'm going to figure it out somehow. Yeah. But what I was going to say real quick too, Brian, when the next meeting I chair, I want you to come in the way you were, like that, and I would be like,
yes!
Brian?
I'm like half asleep.
Or we could all go into the meeting that just started.
Right. We will, but hang on. I'd be like, Brian, can I ask you a question real quick when you're sitting like that? Sit like that. Just, okay, yeah, like, don't move. Can I paint you?
Or just somebody's like lifting weights and they're like, hey, I've learned I got a multitask if I want to succeed.
I want to do that. I'd be like, wait, but can I paint you? May I paint you, please? You're so beautiful right now.
People come in and just like
paint him like one of your French girls.
It just reminds me of Titanic when you're like that. I'm like, can I paint you right now?
Will you paint him like one of my French girls?
There you go.
Yep. Don't move.
I'm just on a little one of those like little things that they have in the airport, right now.
What?
Or you get up.
That's where I am. It's like,
wait. You get up. You're just like, hang on a minute. I'm gonna take the elevator. Push the floor. Oh, I missed my floor. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, wait.
Just serious. That's what the internet causes people to be like. It's like you meet these people in person and they're like acting as if they're on like fucking your
Golden Girls shirt.
They're like doing a
oh
TikTok
yeah, this
dance,
is the
like,
best Golden Girls shirt. It's like the rocker shirt. Yeah, exactly.
making a TikTok right now. You're like,
okay, so I will be this person in the next meeting we go to. I'll be jamming out. Brian will be lazy guy, and what will you be, Rachel? You'll be doing tricks. You'll be doing camera.
I'm gonna do like full. Woo! I'm gonna just let it show and be like, oh, I didn't see you guys there.
I want to wear one of those like mask ball
Banana
masks.
hammocks? Oh.
No. That I would no. No, I will not. I will not do that. That I will not do.
Good. That was a test, and you passed.
4 minutes remain.
I said ball mask. You went to banana hammock. I guess I could wear a banana hammock on my head and just be like, "Hey, what's up? If you don't know, this is the new TikTok trend. So, hey, you got to live it, right?"
I'm an alcoholic.
Grab a thong, and then we'll just put it on our face like
sober talk.
What about when people try to bring stuff like, I don't know, like hashtags?
Hashtag. Yeah.
Hashtags I've seen recently.
Hashtag I'm sober. Hashtag I'm Rachel, I'm an alcoholic.
Hashtag is funny.
Hashtag AA. Hashtag recovery. Hashtag sober comedy. Hashtag 12 steps. Hashtag step 1. Hashtag I'm Leslie. I'm an alcoholic. And here we go.
Hashtag banana hammocks for life.
I think what it comes down to is that people who come in who don't have an initiation in any way, or maybe that, whatever, they're just coming in with their personality reels still like.
I think some of them, they see how we're having. He got so into it, he just got off. No, I think also too they see us having fun, which is very warranted in any recovery program, but they don't know their limits of self-awareness. Like, you're not going to come in like it's a free-for-all. You got to earn your spot.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like an unspoken, like nobody's going to tell you that. You're going to have to learn that. That's because these people
have never been a part of any group. Because I've been a part of groups where it is initiation, and that's the only way you're in. You have to have
because that's how they experienced it, and like that's the basic idea of. I mean, because it really is the basic idea.
That's how music was.
It's basically it's like discipleship, but it's not.
Yes.
It's like there's no gurus, there's no masters in AA.
It's spiritual kindergarten.
Yeah. So to me, it's like you get these guys, especially I see a lot of young guys come in and they're like, "Yo, we could do this, guys. Hey, we got this. I've been sober 2 weeks.
Sobriety rocks.
And,
oh man.
They're like, I'm just here, I destroyed my car in a wreck, killed 5 people.
Look at my tattoo I got from my 1-day sobriety. Yeah.
Got 3 vapes going on at the same time, vaping out of my ears.
I killed 5 people. I killed 5 people. I don't know if I'm an alcoholic though.
They also, a lot of people, that term, they can't, they're like, well, that's it.
I know some people who have been in the program a long time and say substance use disorder. And I'm going to tell you, these people...
I hear grateful member of AA, and I understand that.
Right. But substance use disorder, I've seen these people relapse. I have seen it happen when they say substance use disorder. It's not the same. Because
they're saying what like doctors say, but doctors don't even know what this is about because they don't study it enough. Mm-hmm. Most people don't know this, but you only have to have like a half a semester pretty much of fucking classes in addiction to be a doctor. Now how the fuck are you going to learn
1 minute.
All right, let's go to a meeting, guys, and make fun of everybody.
All right.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, and we're just... I do hope people know that we are kidding when we say we're going to a meeting and going to do these things.
I'm not kidding. Or am I? I don't know. Meet us there and you'll see.
Peace!
Shut up!